What's up, everybody? I'm back again. It's your leader spokesman, your motivational public speaker. And welcome back to my video, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I hope that these videos help you to believe that you are a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. I hope these videos help you understand that being grateful that you woke up this morning, ladies and gentlemen. You get a second chance of life, ladies and gentlemen. You get a second chance at hope. You get a second chance, ladies and gentlemen, at correcting your mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you so much for watching my videos. We're back downtown St. Paul, Minnesota. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, happy Labor Day. That's what I'm talking about. Today is September 5th, 2022. It's about 5:05 in the morning. It feels good this morning, ladies and gentlemen. It feels good to have peace, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. And I hope these videos bring you peace. Hope these videos help you deal with things in your life, ladies and gentlemen. Hope these videos just help you understand that you can be whatever it is in your life, ladies and gentlemen. Just need a little motivation. That's what I'm talking about. We all need motivation, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. Man, I love motivational speaking. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, it's motivation time. Ladies and gentlemen, about 8 years ago, I started to collect newspaper clippings. And I had a whole bunch of clippings from different newspaper articles and stuff, And one day I decided, you know what? I can use this. This is pretty good stuff, right? So I put together a vision board, ladies and gentlemen. And when I used to work at a treatment center several years ago, I used to help change people's lives with this vision board. And I said, you know what? Why not make a video about it, right? See, this isn't about you leader spokesman, your motivational public speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, this is about us. This is our vision board. This is not my vision board, ladies and gentlemen, because I can't do this by myself, ladies and gentlemen. This is our vision board. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm going to try to cover most of it as I can. Some people, were always telling me, you leaders, you got long videos. So I'm going to try to do the best I can. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. In this picture, ladies and gentlemen, you have two paths, right? You have a path on the right where you can see there's a light at the end of the tunnel, right? It's a long path ahead, right? And we have a light at the end of the tunnel. But the path on the left, ladies and gentlemen, you can't see where it's going, right? It just goes off to the left. What I'm trying to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to your life, just understand that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. See, we can't give up, ladies and gentlemen. There's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. That's what I'm talking about. When you're in school, ladies and gentlemen, when you're raising your family, when you're in college, you get that syllabus and you're thinking, man, there's nowhere in the world I'm going to be able to do this. But just know, ladies and gentlemen, that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, right? And when you have a path, there's going to be things that jump out at you, right? There's going to be addiction. There's going to be negative people. But you just got to stay on your path, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever you do, don't go off your path. Don't let negative people make you go off to the left and to the right. Stay on your path of hope, ladies and gentlemen. You are a masterpiece. But when you go off to the left, and this path, ladies and gentlemen, you don't know where it's going. That's what I'm talking about. You got to be able to keep your head up, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your head up and carry yourself on the most high, ladies and gentlemen. You always want to take the path on the right. That's what I'm talking about. It may be a long path, ladies and gentlemen. This is a marathon. You got to take this path one step at a time. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. And on this article, ladies and gentlemen, this is about the 3 Ds, right? The first D is decide. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to decide what you want in your life. You have to decide that you want to live a healthy life, live a sober life. You got to stop having that knot in your stomach, ladies and gentlemen. You got to decide to be successful in your life. You got to decide to be a successful parent. When it comes to your hope, ladies and gentlemen, you have to decide the things in your life that's going to help you in your life. And the second D, ladies and gentlemen, is delete. You have to delete the negative people in your life. You have to delete all this anger in your life, ladies and gentlemen. You have to delete that knot in your stomach. You got to decide to have peace, ladies and gentlemen. And the third D is decline. Let's decline all of the distractions in our life. Let's decline all this failure, all this in our life, ladies and gentlemen. You have to decline what's making you miserable in your life. You have to stop feeling sorry for yourself. You got to stop letting things in your life. It's time for us to decline, right? It's like a credit card, right? You go into that store and it doesn't work, it's going to get declined every time. It's just kind of how it is in life. With things in your life, ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to be able to be the person that you want to be in your life. So you have to decline all of the distractions in your life, ladies and gentlemen. And the next thing we have, ladies and gentlemen, is it's time for us to correct our mistakes, ladies and gentlemen, because it might matter someday. This is today, ladies and gentlemen. And this newspaper clipping, as you can see, it's all brown. It was white when I first, start clipping them, right? But this is old. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. This is about 8 years ago. And you got to correct the mistakes in your life today, ladies and gentlemen. Today is today. Because tomorrow is not promised. I understand, right? Like I said, when you talk about this path, you take it one step at a time, right? One day at a time. But you have to understand that it's time for us to start correcting our mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. Stop making the same mistakes over and over and over again in your life. That's what I'm talking about. And in this picture, ladies and gentlemen, you got family. What does it mean? Right? If I put hope there, ladies and gentlemen, what does it mean? We know what family means in our lives. My mother, she passed away in 2008 of cancer. My dad was killed in a car crash in 2012. What does it mean, ladies and gentlemen? It says right here, family is natural and spiritual. We all come from our mothers, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. We got to be strong, ladies and gentlemen. Family means to be strong. You can't give up, ladies and gentlemen. Your mother and father didn't give up. You got to go out there. You got to start believing in yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Family means to be strong. That's what it means, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it in this morning. Man, I get hype out here, man. I love doing this. This next article, ladies and gentlemen, it says that volunteer to save your own life, ladies and gentlemen. Give yourself permission to volunteer to save your life. It says volunteering is one of the best ways to boost your happiness, ladies and gentlemen. Volunteer to save your life. Work at a soup kitchen. You want to go out there, you want to do something positive in your life, you got to volunteer to save your life, and then you go out there and help people save their life, ladies and gentlemen. You got to pay it forward. If you have a gift, ladies and gentlemen, you got to go out there and you got to help people. That's what I'm talking about. Man, I love doing this. Volunteer to save your own life, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it in this morning. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, it says more love and less hate. We need more love in this world, ladies and gentlemen. This world has 3 jobs. Man. And the world's 3 jobs, ladies and gentlemen. The world's 3 jobs is stress, anger, and chaos. Our 3 jobs, ladies and gentlemen, is faith, hope, and motivation. The motivation to love, ladies and gentlemen. The motivation to stay on the right path. The motivation to be sober. The motivation to be happy, ladies and gentlemen. The motivation to have peace, ladies and gentlemen. We need more love. That's what I'm talking about. We need more love and less hate, ladies and gentlemen. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, it says, what does it mean to be humble? What does it mean to be humble, ladies and gentlemen? You have more peace when you're humble. You can love yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Love your community. You know, just Saturday night, there was a shooting at the Minnesota State Fair. You know, all this anger. Says about 40 people fighting. Man, you know, it's time for us to be humble. You know, all this chaos, man, not only in the Twin Cities. We got chaos in you know, my home state, Missouri. You know, chaos, Chicago. You know, chaos in Ohio. Why are we arguing so much in this life, ladies and gentlemen? Why are we killing people? Why are we trying to kill being humble? That's what I'm talking about. Stop pretending, ladies and gentlemen, that we don't know how to be humble. What does it mean to be humble? Is you can love yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Love thy neighbor. Love your family. Love your kids, ladies and gentlemen. Love life. Have peace, ladies and gentlemen. That's what being humble is, ladies and gentlemen. Who am I to want to hurt you? Who are you to want to hurt me, ladies and gentlemen? We got to be humble. Or you stumble, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't make this up. This is life, ladies and gentlemen. You need a tune-up, ladies and gentlemen. That's all this is a tune-up. That's what I'm talking about. Next, ladies and gentlemen, it says knowledge has its own reward. And when you have knowledge, ladies and gentlemen, you can go out there and, man, the reward of knowledge to me is having peace. And before I forget, ladies and gentlemen, people have been asking me this question. Can money buy happiness? Right? And before I forget, is if you're happy before you have money, if you have knowledge before you have money, if you're humble before you have money, then money's not going to buy happiness, right? If you know what it means to be humble, if you know what it means to correct your mistakes, ladies and gentlemen, we got to do all this stuff, ladies and gentlemen, because happiness, ladies and gentlemen, happiness, it just feels so good. Happiness also has its own reward, ladies and gentlemen. You're able to smile. You're able to be grateful when you have happiness. And when you have knowledge, you go out there and create different things in your life. You know, you don't have to be a millionaire to have knowledge. I don't care what color your skin is, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what you look like. You're young or you're old, ladies and gentlemen. Just know that knowledge has its own reward. That's all. You know, knowledge is worth something. It's not worthless. It's worth something, ladies and gentlemen. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, it says worth another look. Basically, we're going to add to that. See, your life is worth another look, ladies and gentlemen. Your hope, you know, being a good mother, being a good father, it's worth another look. Before you take your own life, if you're feeling sorry for yourself today, just know that you are worth something, ladies and gentlemen. You are worth another look. Your identity, your complexion and reflection, ladies and gentlemen, is worth another look. That's what I'm talking about. That's all I'm saying. When you think about giving up, ladies and gentlemen, when you think about feeling sorry for yourself, just know that you are worth another look before you give up in your life. Before you put the heroin in your arm, ladies and gentlemen. Before you go out there and pull that trigger. Just know this. You are worth another look. You are not worthless, ladies and gentlemen. Your hopes and dreams, it's worth another look, but you got to stick with it. You can't give up. You got to put that work in, ladies and gentlemen. No one said this is going to be easy. That's what I'm talking about. No one said it was going to be easy. So just know this. You are worth another look, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. And before I forget, this article right here, it says marriage is about commitment. And, you know, I'm not married. You know, I've been single now for many years. But, you know, for those that are married, for those that are struggling, just want you to know that marriage is about commitment. You know, I have a friend of mine. His name is Darnell. His wife's name is Brenda. We call her Queen Bee. They have a little son. Well, he ain't little no more. He's like 12 years old. Brenda and Darnell have been married for about 13 years now. Probably, probably about 15 years, something like that. But marriage is about commitment. And when I think about this article, I think about my friends, right? That are married, and it's about commitment. So when you go out there, you think about giving up, you're thinking about throwing your marriage away, thinking about all this arguing that you're doing in life, man. Understand that it's about commitment. Marriage is about commitment. Marriage is about being humble. And when you think about the 3Ds, you have to decide to stay married, delete all that chaos in your marriage, and you have to decline all of the distractions in your marriage, right? So this vision board, it all ties in to everything, your marriage is always worth another look. Stick with it, when we talk about your marriage, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel in your marriage. Quit going over here, work on your marriage, stay on the right path in your marriage. So everything that I talk about in this video, what does it mean to be humble? Well, what it doesn't mean to be humble is, it means marriage. You can be committed if you stay humble. In life, you always want to do things in your life now because they matter today. Well, same thing about being married. Correct your mistakes in your marriage because it matters today. So that all this vision board, it just kind of ties in to everything in life. Family. What does it mean? It means to stay married. So everything in life that we talk about. Next thing that we have over here is pace yourself. Make slow time work for you, right? And I know you can't see this, but it says pace yourself, ladies and gentlemen. And when we don't pace ourselves, we create a knot in ourselves, right? So pace is what you call patience. And when you have patience, you're able to make slow time work for you. And I know that a lot of people, they say they get busy and all this kind of stuff, but you got to slow down and understand that your life is worth another look, right? Pace yourself is always worth another look. And this is a really a good vision board, and maybe you have a vision board, in your life, but this is our vision board, and there's a lot of different stuff on here. But before I make this video super long, one of the things that I do want to talk about before I close this video out is how sensitive should we be? And it says right here, how sensitive, and I put women up here, and man, how sensitive should a man be? I put, man and women, whatever. But sensitivity is something that's really hurting the world today. And being overly sensitive is causing the world to work its three jobs, stress, anger, and chaos, right? But understand that we can't be oversensitive, and I think when you're oversensitive, you go to the Minnesota State Fair and you start, shooting, or, all the killings out here in the world, all the domestic abuse in the world. It all comes from being sensitive, overly sensitive, right? People go to war because of this word, right? Oversensitive, right? Sensitivity causes people to be racism. There's good people, I don't care what color you are. We all have become, even me in my life, right? We've all become oversensitive, and that causes a knot in our stomach. But when you can control your sensitivity, you can control the knot in your stomach. When you control your sensitivity, you start to control what path you want to take. When you control your sensitivity, you can have more love and less hate. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Knowledge, man, it goes up here. Having knowledge, man, has its own reward. And we are in a pandemic right now. The coronavirus isn't going anywhere. But let's do one more before I close this video out. And this is an article that I put up here, and I hope that it helps changes your life. This is, like I said, this is an old article. It says heroin opiate abuse maintains a grip on the Twin Cities. And this is Minneapolis, St. Paul. You know, you have the surrounding suburbs, you know, Burnsville, Bloomington, stuff like that. But, you know, this is like, this is old. I mean, here we are today, you know, what 19 years later, right? And heroin, opiate abuse, you know, fentanyl, K2, marijuana, you know, it maintains a grip on the world. Alcohol. So just wanted to let you understand that, you know, when you're overly sensitive, you know, it keeps a grip on your life, man. Anger, you know, it keeps a grip on your life where you want to go out there, you want to pull the trigger because you think that's all that matters is murder. Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, hopes and dreams, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about hopes and dreams. That's what I'm talking about. And when you have peace, ladies and gentlemen, when you're able to control your sensitivity, when you have knowledge, when you can correct your mistakes, you have the 3 Ds in your life, ladies and gentlemen, woo, man, you have family in your life, your friends who care about you, when you know that marriage is commitment, man, I love doing this, man. Ladies and gentlemen, when you have everything in your life, all the tools that you need in your life, woo, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 90% tools and 10% talent. That 90% tools is right here. That's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back again. It's your leader spokesman, your motivational public speaker. Peace. Thank you so much for giving me the time, ladies and gentlemen, to change your life. One love. And I'll see you next time. And always remember, you're worth another look. You have a great day.